सम्माननीय मनोज सिन्हा जी, मित्तल जी, गुप्ता जी, तिवारी जी और उनके सब साथी और सभी भाई और बहन, इरकॉन एक सिर्फ रेलवे के परिवार का ही नहीं, लेकिन मैं मानता हूँ हमारे देश की जो अलग अलग कंपनियां हैं जिन्होंने पूरे देश में विदेश में नाम कमाया, उसमें इरकॉन का नाम मैं मानता हूँ बहुत ही ऊपर आएगा। पहले तो हम कहते थे कि जो हवाई जहाज हमारे देश से निकल के और देशों में जाता है उसकी पहचान कैसे की जाती है, तो उसके लिए उसको फ्लैग कैरियर कहते थे। क्यों? एयर इंडिया है तो हमारा तिरंगा झंडा रहेगा, अमेरिका का है तो अमेरिका का झंडा रहेगा। इसके लिए जो फ्लैग कैरियर थे वो देश की पहचान लेके अलग अलग हिस्सों में जाते थे। मैं समझता हूँ इरकॉन भी एक इंडिया का एक फ्लैग कैरियर है, क्योंकि इस तरह से एयर इंडिया ने अलग अलग जगह पर जाके हमारे देश की पहचान और लोगों को की, उसी तरह से इरकॉन ने भी अपने काम से, अपने कार्य से, अपने योगदान से अपने देश का नाम पूरे विश्व में पहुंचाने का काम किया। इसीलिए इरकॉन को इस दिन के लिए हमारे रेल के और परिवार की तरफ से उनको भी मैं बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहता हूँ। और मुझे विश्वास है कि 40 साल की उम्र के बाद, हम कहते हैं अंग्रेजी में कि लाइफ बिगिंस एट 40, so I think this should be a beginning of a new life, and that life should be in a completely different thinking, different ideas, different strategies, and I'm sure Ircon has the capacity to do that in the years to come. As we are aware, we are now poised for a major capital expenditure in the railways, and very deliberately we have decided that we will also, besides the departmental expenditure that will happen on CapEx, we will also use the public sector undertakings belong in our family to actually undertake a lot of capital expenditure work. So we want Ircon to play a major role in execution of projects within India as well. Because I don't know whether Ircon was created that time, it must have been probably to undertake projects essentially abroad. But now we need to use their capability, their management expertise to execute projects in India as well. And now all of us must get geared up to new capacities in project implementation. So I first of all thank and congratulate the member engineering and all his colleagues for doing a great job in this year. A lot of new parameters have been met, new benchmarks have been achieved, and I'm sure in 2016-17 we'll be able to even better a performance that we did in 15-16, which in any way was the best ever. So 16-17 performance will also require that we need to increase capacity in our PSUs, and Ircon can play a very key role. As I always maintain, that execution of project needs even management bandwidth. And the management bandwidth gets expanded with the PSUs coming in. They will be able to execute project in addition to what the different railways of Indian Railways will be able to do. And therefore this could be a very good beginning in that process. At the same time, worldwide, the type of activities that Ircon can do also need to be revisited, need to be looked into, so that they continue to play a dominant role globally, but also should not ignore the domestic market, which is also growing. In my opinion, the two countries only will invest more and more into railways in the next few years' time. Obviously, China is far ahead of us. We'll catch up with them in the next 1 decade. And thereafter, I think, after 10 years, India's capex on railways will be even more than China's. Because by then, China would also saturate. It's not that China is, I'm trying to bring down China, because they have invested so much. What we are investing in 1 year, what we are investing in 5 years now, our plan to invest, China has been investing every year. So therefore, when you keep investing like this over 30, 40 years, after some time it will plateau. But as we go along, we must increase our capital expenditure, because we have to catch up with a lot of past inaction and we must do more. So to do that, After 10 years, maybe we'll catch up. But two countries where there's going to be massive capital expenditure on railways will be China and India. So therefore, while we look out for international market, we cannot ignore domestic market because that also is going to grow exponentially. And if that has to happen, IRCON also must strategize how to capture the domestic market. Railways will give work, but in addition to that, thinking about new ideas and everything. And I am sure Mr. Tiwari and all his colleagues will be able to drop this new blueprint. There is a capability that is evident here. All of that put together, I think IRCON will become now another growth engine for the Indian Railways. As the Prime Minister said, railways should be the growth engine for Indian economy. IRCON should become growth engine for Indian Railways. And I think that is what we really look forward to. I wish to offer all my best wishes. I actually, as I was saying, I had to attend too many programs today. So I had to, from here, I had to go and attend 4 more programs. So I need to leave it early, but congratulations to all of you. Wish to offer my best wishes to all the employees who are really speaking the driving force behind any organization. Railways are very lucky to have very dedicated workforce, 1.3 million people. I think IRCON also should be lucky to say that we count on this very important segment of our own asset base. I don't know who is your Director of Finance, Tiwari? He is the Director of Finance, no? So you are Director of Finance. You are Director of Finance. So he will always tell you, the Director of Finance will tell you that my assets have fixed assets, current assets, and maybe I have certain liability, but we'll go on the asset side only. But what he will not be able to show in the asset side is the real assets which are sitting here. They don't reflect in the balance sheet as such. But the real assets of the organization are the people who work for the organization. So they don't reflect there. And I think the job of the management is maybe some of our assets are non-performing assets. So how to convert non-performing assets into active assets is also a challenge. So that's the job of, you are the HR director or no? So HR director. So that's the job of the HR director. So I think our challenge now is to convert all our intangible assets like you, who are not visible in the balance sheet but are always visible in the field. How do you make them more active, more productive, more efficient so that railways can do a much better job? So this day, which is the foundation day, is a time to introspect, to plan, to strategize. I am sure you'll all be able to do it while you enjoy the entertainment for the day with your family. All the best.